Hi guys and welcome to another week's news with Robbie. Hello guys and welcome to another week's news with Robbietow Star. Now, to start off with the newspapers, not going to say any subscribing or liking. Monday, March 9th, 2020, coronavirus. Wednesday, March 11th, 2020, coronavirus. Saturday, March 14th, 2020, coronavirus. Now shops to ration food. Selfish shoppers urged to stop virus panic buying. PM holds crisis meeting as third victim dies in UK. Italy death toll soars to 366 with 16 million in lockdown. Supermarkets have been forced to bring in rationing as selfish shoppers panic buy over coronavirus fears. Shelves across the country were stripped bare of necessities like toilet rolls, antibacterial wipes, long life milk and children's medicine yesterday. The rush to stock up came as a man in his 60s who recently visited Italy last night became the third person to die of the virus in Britain. Despite calls for shoppers to remain calm, pictures posted on social media showed many empty food displays in supermarket aisles. In at least one London store, eggs, milk and water were in short supply. Delivery slots for online grocery stores were also hit, with one customer describing it as worse than Christmas for delays. There was widespread anger online, with many citing appalling selfishness. It must be really bad because Christmas, like the whole shop is just Christmas everything. The next day later, they're all gone. Now, the second newspaper. And no, I'm not done with the first newspaper yet. We're ready. NHS can test 10,000 a day for virus. GPs to see millions of patients via video. Many thousands will be infected in Britain. Coronavirus checks are being ramped up to allow as many as 10,000 people to be tested daily. Labs across the country have been processing around 1,500 tests every day, but officials anticipate thousands more will soon need to be swabbed. Hopeful virus cure. PM will impose ban on mass gatherings from next weekend. UK cases hit 798 as millions stay at home to avoid disease. President Trump declares national emergency in US. British scientists are on the brink of developing a vaccine in combat deadly coronavirus. The first results from tests on animals have shown the medication they are working on is behaving exactly as the scientists hoped it would. The possibility of the vaccine came as the total number of UK cases rose by 208 to 798 yesterday. One more person died of the virus. The first in Scotland to bring the UK death toll to 11. Now, you may think that's all we had, but we've got a lot more to tell you about. Queen's sweet sorrow at parting with Harry and Meghan. Meghan has joined the Queen for the first time since she and Prince Harry revealed they were quitting as senior royals. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex Royal Chapel in Windsor, Great Park yesterday after attending a service with his grandmother. It marks the first time the 93-year-old monarch and Meghan have met since the couple's announcement on January 6th. It is understood Her Majesty wanted to support Harry, 35, and 38-year-old Meghan by inviting them to the service. A source said it was really sweet gesture that the Queen asked them to church. It's telling in the sense that these two are still her family, and as a family they all love each other. Harry and Meghan are fulfilling their royal engagements as working royals, while 10-month-old Archie stays behind in Canada. They will also join the Queen and other members of the royal family for the annual Commonwealth service at Westminster Abbey today. It's a sick joke. Family of cancer boy pay £5,000 to park near hospital. The parents of an 11-year-old boy who has cancer have been forced to spend £5,000 on parking for hospital visits. Darcy Sturman is fighting for life after being diagnosed with leukemia. Parents Jay and Joe have to make a 166-mile round trip twice a week to Sheffield Children's Hospital from their home in Louth Links. But hospital parking spaces are always full and they pay £16 a day to use a private lot. Jay spoke out as the government pledged to provide free hospital parking for parents of sick children is to start next month. But he claims that hospital bosses in Sheffield have said it is a promise they cannot fulfil. The dad of two said the entire hospital only has 26 spaces, which is a bit of a joke. We have no chance of being able to park there. The parking issue is just an absolute nightmare. From next month, the government is supposed to be providing free parking at all hospitals. So the government should make this parking thing for free a bit more quicker, so this family can get to the car park without having to pay £16 just to park there after a 166-mile trip. Because they probably would have had to buy fuel, and then they also would have had to buy to pay £16 to park there. That was all for this newspaper. Put my feet up. Only when I do keep fit, says Gran 100. Britain's oldest keep fit instructor shows off the 100-year-old legs which stunned the nation yesterday. Nimble Marion Watson had Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby in stitches on ITVs this morning as the hosts tried to copy some of her routines. The great-grandmother teaches 3 40-minute classes each week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays and doesn't have any plans to stop. She said, "My motto has always been, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. I just love the joy of movement and seeing people improve." Widowed Marion, who is told she doesn't look a day over 80, became a gymnast when she was 18, just before the Second World War broke out. She kept active, playing golf twice a week for 30 years, and that is a really long time, but didn't start aerobatics until she was in her 70s. Well, this granny is not going to get the coronavirus because she's fit. And she does this routine every Monday, Tuesday and Friday. And just like people are saying, the coronavirus only catches onto mostly older people. But she hasn't caught it, so well done all of the grands and also all of the grandpas. Well, that was all we had for this newspaper. Now, moving on to the next newspaper. I was about to read the same thing that I almost read on the front cover. I swear I've skipped something. Wait, let me go back. Yeah, wait, no. I was correct actually this time. It's a family, a fair to cop trio. Police Constable Sarah Cox is keeping it in the family after joining her parents on the beat in the same town. Inspector Colin Cox, wife Sergeant Lisa Cox, and their daughter Syria are now keeping the streets clear of criminals in the Saffron Walden in Essex. Colin, who has been an inspector in the town since 2013, said, "We could well be the first family to have achieved this. While it's nice having your nearest and dearest around, there are no family favours when it comes to policing." Sarah, 23, said, My parents are well known and respected within the force. I'm proud of their achievements, and now it's time for me to see where my policing career takes me. Now, look at this picture. And I think that was actually all we had for today. Now, because I didn't mention to like and subscribe at the start of the video, I'm going to mention it now. I hope you liked and subscribed already, and I've also got to tell you something why we couldn't go for the dementia course thing this week. It's because of the coronavirus. So I hope we will soon be able to invest in them and see what they do, because we weren't able to see what they do this week, but it might be in 2 weeks' time, you never know. So bye bye, and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend.
Right.